Yeah. Every beautiful lady got her theme music. Yo, whippersnappers don't know nothing about this. Still wet behind the ears. I know. Let's get it.
Old ass. No.
Hey lady,
Right. We got DEZ-FLYKICKZ in the building. Fellas, I know what you're thinking. Check her out.
can't live my life without you. Oh, baby.
I'm just telling you what the fellas is thinking when they saw that flyer.
Every time I see you walking by, I get a feeling you don't gotta spend time
Hey, where my thing started up.
I must make
You
you
ain't feeling this? Put your lighters up. Oh, Des, how you feeling that?
I'm good. I'm just feeling good.
That was good music right
good
there.
music.
All right, this is episode 20. I got the lovely DEZ-FLYKICKZ in the building. This episode is called Kick Rocks. That means if y'all hating on us, you could kick rocks.
Pretty much.
I got Jamia Santiago in the building, and she is the stunt double of Juicy Jalene. Jalene is off today because she had a vacation day, wasn't feeling too good. Shout out to Zay Forte. He also has something to do today, but we're going to make it happen because this is what we do at the You Better Not Lie podcast. Welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me.
How are you doing in all this snow and this chaos?
Good. More time for me to create.
Okay,
So I
all right,
love it.
cool. Okay, all right. So this is the segment of the show, where I put some respect on your name and give you your flowers while you can smell them. Okay, so DEZ-FLYKICKZ is a beautiful, creative mind, artist inspired by sneakers since 2009, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, also, she creates one-of-one customs, meaning that whatever she create, you can't go in the store and buy it. It's a one-of-one, and it's never coming back. Is that right?
For most of my
most
of my work, yeah.
most of your work. Okay. So she has custom painted live at sneaker show events throughout the tri-state area. Des also has showcased her talents in places like New Jersey, Connecticut, Philly, DC, Seattle, to name a few, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and currently you were working out of Queens, but you're not working out of
years
Queens
ago.
anymore.
That's actually where I started FlyKICKZ
Okay.
in Queens.
Okay. And your signature style of painting is sneakers on a canvas, which evolved into you disassembling fly, dope sneakers like the Jordan 5s, the 11s. Why are you doing that? I don't know. Explain that. Like,
I love it. I mean,
Okay.
I tell myself, if not me, then who? You know, so I go into it just with a passion to
Right.
find fly kicks that
Okay.
I can cut up and make it my own. So I take something that's already dope and I elevate it, take it to a whole nother level.
okay, all right, that's dope.
But wait,
Uh,
are these like current kicks that you're wearing? Or...
If I get a lot of sneakers that are donated to me, which is amazing, but I enjoy the hunt. So I go thrifting for my kicks. If it got to be
Oh.
retail, I'll pay retail, whatever it takes.
So you'll pay retail just to cut them.
Yeah, because by the time I cut it and make it into a masterpiece, it's going to be worth far more.
No,
so.
that's right.
Wow.
She got
See,
the vision.
I wanted to talk about that because I see a lot of cool stuff on your Instagram account, and I'm like, I wonder what is the price range of a lot of it. But we ain't gonna skip. We'll get to that later. All right, so tell me where you're from. The guys want to know.
I'm originally from Trenton.
Okay.
I love my hometown. So
Right.
yeah. I'm
Okay.
from Trenton.
It don't seem like it because you give me Cherry Hill vibes.
I'm chill. Like
Okay.
I've been like
Wait.
I mean
She's not ready for me today.
I mean those who really know me, you see what
Right.
I'm saying? They'll be like, yo, yeah, no, I know Des. You see what
Okay.
I'm saying? Like I'm out there if I need to be out there. But other than
Right.
that, I'm on my whole
You
my
on your
own
home-
world. My own world. my
That's
own
right.
world.
Okay. All right. So tell me, do you have any siblings?
No, my mother and my father's only child.
You're giving me some Dominican Indian vibes. What's going on with that?
My mother was born in Ponce, so I'm Puerto Rican and black and Puerto Rican.
Super ill. My kids are Hispanic
that's
and black too,
he
so
loves that.
I know.
Is it fair to be a nigga Rican?
You know what?
I am what I am. Like I am what I am. So
All right, that's dope. Okay, and Okay, I'm glad you answered that because I did notice you do have a nice grade of hair, and that sounds kind of ignorant
yeah.
to
You know
say.
what? It does. That
sounds
was so
real
stupid.
ignorant.
Yeah,
I
it
know,
does.
man.
Oh,
I'm
because you
sorry.
black,
It sounds
you
real
can't have-
ignorant,
you
but
can't have good hair.
your stuff lay down and
Nah,
out the
nah.
shower, in the shower. It just
No,
lay
it don't.
down.
My hair is naturally curly, actually.
Oh, is it?
Very curly.
So you had to put a little heat on
So
it.
I
He
have
don't
to
know nothing
sit
about no
under the
Puerto Rican.
dryer
You know
for an
what?
hour. I have to flat iron it.
Right.
You know, it's a process.
I know y'all gonna jump on my case about the good hair thing, but she ain't got beady beads. I'm sorry.
No.
Leave me alone. I seen what I like. What I said. It is what it is. All right. So did you play any sports growing up in Trenton?
No, I didn't. Actually, I was a manager of a lot of things, so I kept the stats at
Right.
Trenton High
Okay.
for the varsity basketball team for
Right.
the women. So yeah, I was always like the head of stuff.
Tall though. You don't
Just
consider
because you're
yourself
tall don't mean you can ball.
Right,
Like,
that's true. That's true. All right. So were you seem to be, matter of fact, I ran your Carfax. I'm gonna let you know now. Once I found out you was from Trenton, people was like this. Oh my God, you got DEZ on the show. DEZ don't never respond to me on Instagram.
No, that's not
Damn,
true.
how DEZ get on your show? And I was like, I just hit her up. I complimented her and told her I liked her art and she was interested.
After I tried to take her out.
No, I never did
No,
that.
no.
Never did that. I was a gentleman. And she just strictly responded on some business stuff like, but this is what she did, because I know you get a lot of creeps. She said, let me see one of your shows. So that was dope. She was like, nigga, I'm not coming nowhere just because you got a podcast.
Right.
So I sent her a couple episodes and she bust right back like, yo, those were dope. I would love to come on, right?
Yeah,
So
definitely.
at the end of the day, we made it happen.
Yeah, we
and,
did.
What type of kid were you in school? Were you shy, popular, quiet? What type of person?
Getting good grades was always the top priority for me.
Right.
I always wanted to be the best at whatever I did.
Okay.
So I was an honor roll student.
Okay.
In elementary, I'm just really coming into my own, trying to figure
Right.
out who I am, what I
Okay.
want to do. But yeah, in high school, voted most popular, most creative.
Most beautiful, probably.
No, actually, somebody else won that. But
Oh,
I mean,
word? They was hating on you?
I know a lot of beautiful women, and I think
Okay.
it has a lot to do with I'm a kind of a tomboy to some,
Right.
so I'm not like what they think their traditional woman would be,
Right.
even though we're all
The little
made-
cheerleader
we're all
type.
different. You know what I
Okay.
mean? So yeah, I mean, very inquisitive.
Okay, all right, that's dope. All right, so did you go through any bullying or anything coming up in Trenton? Because you coming outside in Wilbur section, damn near, right?
Yeah,
With
I'm
the
from
good
section.
hair.
No,
Ain't nobody trying to
no.
cut your hair, cut your face, none of that?
No, I've never had a problem with anybody. I mean, I love where I'm from.
Right.
My family is, pretty dope. You know what I mean? So
Okay.
I've never had any issues.
All right,
People
that's
who
dope.
come to me usually we can talk it out.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
So did you see any craziness at Trenton High? Because, we got a reputation for a lot of violence, a lot of stuff. Were you privy to that in school or not?
I mean,
really?
I've seen my fair share of things, and I think it has a lot to do with, it really all starts at home.
Right.
People just angry. They wake
Right.
up angry.
Right.
They need an outlet, so they come to school, taking it out on everybody. But I mean, I had a pretty dope set of peers, and the teachers
Okay.
were awesome when I was there. So I never really had.
That's what's up.
much
So
of a problem.
were you privy to meet Mr. Long?
He was my teacher. I actually still have Mr. Long's papers. It was funny because prior to his passing, I was going through like all my papers that he corrected it. He always say
lit.
less is more.
Oh, I
So
like
he
that.
always taught me that approach, because before I was a painter, I've always wanted to be a poet.
Right.
So he took me to a lot of my slams that I would win at Barnes
Right.
and Noble. So we made
Wow,
our rounds
that's
That's
together.
what's up.
And Mr. Long is Nia Long's dad,
hmm
the famous actress.
Nia
He's from
Long
Trenton.
is
Yeah,
family
so-
with my sister, so.
Okay.
Right. So at the same time, that was dope
Okay.
for you to have that connection.
Yeah, it was a
You know what I
blessing.
mean? All right. So another question is, what college do you have under your belt?
So I went to the Fashion Institute of Technology
Okay.
when I was about 17 years old in Manhattan, New York.
He's been drinking, guys.
Don't worry about that.
So
Keep
yeah,
going.
so I went to FIT for a little while, and then I finished out with doing like my online classes, stuff like that, because I was traveling. But
Okay.
it all worked out for me.
So you got a bachelor's?
I have an associate's in
Okay.
business administration,
All right.
and then I realized, it doesn't matter how much education you get, can't nobody teach me how to be me.
That's true. That's
So,
true. And
I'm-
most of the not intelligent, but most of the successful people in the world don't even have a degree.
Yeah, and that's not knocking anybody who
Yeah.
goes to school. I think that is an amazing thing. But once you
Right.
kind of figure out who you are as an artist, it's like no one can teach me how to paint the way I want to do it. So
Right. All right, yo. So you seem to have like this around the way girl type of vibe to you. Like I kind of get in the mind frame of Aaliyah, the singer. I see you got the cutoff joint, with the 20 abs showing, and
Like, I want to see.
I
Like,
don't,
know.
I don't,
Yeah, yeah.
I don't even have one app.
Yeah, that's not true. For the picture,
the
maybe you
cutoff.
sucking it in, but I'm seeing some type of, some ripple effect
When
is
that light
happening.
hit me.
I just told her,
something
don't
like
come
the
here
way-
with that flat stomach.
Yeah,
in front of
yeah,
me.
yeah.
Nah.
Whatever you're doing, keep it up. But you give me a vibe like Aaliyah, and you got this hip hop just aura to you. Like, why Jordans over the high heels?
Actually, I rock both.
Okay.
I'm a thigh high type of woman, so I
Right.
like my boots to come all the way up my thigh. The sexier,
okay.
the better.
That's dope.
But I like to be comfortable. My whole style, I like for it to revolve around the fact that I could wear a pair of kicks in what I'm doing, but if I got to rush in the crib real fast and put on some
Right.
stilettos, I
Right.
can easily head out. I don't like to put thought into anything that I wear.
Okay, so when you put on the stilettos, you're already 6 foot. So when you put the
I'm
6
5'10".
inches on, I know, but yeah, I guess so. You might be 5'10", right? But when you put on stilettos, which is like 6-inch heels, right? You can't date a
Maybe.
brother 5'8", 5'7". He gotta
Why?
be
He-
6'2" or 6'3".
He's supposed to be secure.
He gonna look like her. She
I
gonna look
agree.
like his mom walking around
I
with
mean,
him.
I cater to what I'm going, like what I'm doing. You
Right.
see what I'm saying?
Okay.
But I definitely don't want no insecure man. So
That's
I
true.
mean,
That's true.
If
So
he
you
that
don't
way,
want-
he ain't even made for me.
That's
Like,
right. So if he's short and he like this, listen,
You know what?
give me my little thug step. Then you good with that?
Nah, it's probably not gonna work. I mean,
so
like,
childish.
if he real tiny, like nah.
Okay, all right,
My
cool.
dad
It's
is
not gonna-
6'7". So
Your dad's 6'7"?
Really?
my
That's-
mother's 5'2". So
Oh, so you're right in
Ho, ho,
the
ho, ho.
yeah.
Y'all got
so
the
you're
same
right in the middle.
parents?
my mother is 5'2". My father is
So
6'7".
okay, your brother got your
I don't
mom's
have any
height.
siblings.
No, she don't have anything.
Oh, so I thought she said her brother.
I
No,
said my
her
mother.
mother.
Your mother's 5'2" and your dad's 6'7".
Yes.
So you an average height.
I'm married. That's what I'm trying to tell
Okay,
you.
that ain't bad. That ain't bad. So you don't date short
He
brothers.
just mad because you tall. You.
I'm not saying I don't date. I mean,
What's
in
the
the-
shortest brother you date?
uh,
Was you date anybody shorter than you?
first of all, I'm not dating anybody right
No,
now.
I'm talking about
but
not right now.
In high
Have you?
school,
Do you hear
I
that?
was interested in somebody else, probably like 5', maybe like 5'7", but I wasn't
Okay.
as tall as I am now.
Okay.
I don't think.
But
so.
could you be like that now?
It's a debate that I have with myself sometimes. Like, can I do it? Like, because
Right,
when
right.
I wear shoes and
I mean,
he got to be
all
like
good
super
with y'all sitting down
in touch
as
with
soon
who
as
he
stands
is.
up.
Yeah,
Like-
he definitely gotta be. He gotta just be like, listen, I'm running shit. I don't
Yeah,
give a
like,
fuck if you
exactly,
6 inches
exactly.
taller than
And
me
you're
right
like
now.
this. Like what?
You right, you right.
I ain't gonna lie, it does take that does play a part in how a man feels if he can not look down literally, but look down height wise on his woman and be like, listen, you already know, like, I'll put you in the pretzel. Don't play with me. Like,
I'm just
I
saying.
can handle
That's
you.
the truth.
It
I mean,
is.
you
Yeah.
want someone to be like, listen, they look at you like, chill.
Rip you up
Chill.
like
You right. You
That's
right.
right. Don't do that, man, 'cause if it falls, it's on the show live. All right. I'm playing.
Okay, edit.
All right. Okay. So, where did your love for sneakers come from? Like, I see that you're heavy on the Jordans. I don't see like New Balance, other things. Is it-
Nikes and Jordans.
Nikes and Jordans. That's it.
I definitely say my love for sneakers in general
Right.
stems from my parents.
Okay.
As a child, my father on Saturdays would take me to the sneaker store on Hamilton Avenue when it was a sneaker store by
Right.
Princess Chicken.
Okay.
And we would go sneaker shopping. He never rushed me. He'd stand on the wall and just watch me for hours,
Right.
find the perfect pair.
Okay.
And I always kind of wanted to exude that energy that he had when he wore a pair of fly kicks. I was
Right.
always under the impression that it was the sneakers and it was him. So instead, I decided to become that energy.
Right,
I
right.
became the kicks. I became fly kicks.
That's what's up.
I'm a person of words, right? You just used the word called exude, right? I
Exude,
need
yeah.
that. I'm gonna take that. Tell me what it means.
To project,
Okay, I like that.
I feel like energy is everything.
Okay.
You know, so.
All right. See, anytime I'm
See, we already vibed before.
I'm a
You know?
learner. I'm
You
a
know?
learner. I just like exude. I'm about to start dropping that on you.
Exude.
Say it again.
Exude.
Exude.
With a T at the end?
Is it T or
You know,
D?
EXUDE.
Yeah,
Okay,
D.
exude.
D.
See,
Exude.
I
If I got
had
that
it with an
spelling
E
wrong,
at
I'm
the end.
sorry.
Huh?
I said if I got that spelling wrong, I'm sorry.
Okay, it's okay.
I think
but
it's- I
it's
think
still
you're
a
right.
nice word. It
Yeah.
feels good when you say it. So I know it ends with a D and not an E at the end. All right, cool. So I think you got the next one.
So you're doing fly kicks care bags, right?
Yes,
You've done that.
Mm-hmm.
So where does that, I guess, passion behind the care bags come from? Like, what made you just get up one day and just decide that that's what you wanted to do?
I traveled to places for sneaker shows and stuff like that. And when I was staying in the hotels, I would collect all these toiletries. and I never knew what I was going to do with them. And then finally, about 3 years ago, I woke up one day and I was like, I know exactly what to do, and I know exactly who to do it with. I did it with my father. I felt like it was a way for us to bond. You know, he is the reason why. My parents are the reason why I want to do what I do. So, you know, I took it to him. I was like, yo, Dad, I'm going to collect all the items. I'm going to tell my social media about it. I know they're going to help out. I'm going to step out of my comfort zone and ask for help, and we're going to do this.
Right.
And man, and we've been doing it. We did it for the first 2 years together. I just decided to put a little twist on it this year and make art bags for the kids because I felt like they really needed it, you know, doing especially with COVID and everything going on.
That's dope. All right, so how do you, you making bags for the kids? Like, how does this come about? Like, do you go to elementary schools? Like, you just go in the community? Like, how does that happen?
So definitely I utilize my platform more,
Right.
and I learned to like just kind of tap in more. So
Right.
I would make several posts, and parents would reach out to me, mothers, fathers, like, you know, I say that I've made it like an age bracket. It had to be like 5 to 12
Right.
with an interest in art because
Right.
not everybody likes art.
That's true.
And then parents would reach out to me like, you know, I got a 7-year-old, I got an 8-year-old. They love art, and then we would coordinate, and I would drop it off, of course, wearing masks and gloves and all that stuff. And I get to meet these amazing.
So you're delivering
children.
it to all
I
these
hand
people.
delivered all of them, rain, sleet, hell,
That's dope.
snow.
So this is strictly like volunteer, like there's no payment behind this?
There is no payment. My followers helped me collect in 15 days, $1,100. They paid for everything on my Amazon wish list, and
Wow.
I just took days to assemble 1,300 items.
That's dope.
Yeah, that's what's
Okay,
up.
all right.
And I'm sure your dad loves that time with you.
Right.
Yeah, especially when we were out in the hood, because I mean, we stood outside the homeless shelters, walked through Trenton train station together.
Right.
I wanted to make sure it was very specific to where I came from. I'm from Trenton, so I want the things that I do to benefit
That's
my community.
right. T-Town. Trenton makes the world taste.
Yeah,
I happen to be from West Trenton, so
Okay.
Stuyvesant Avenue. I'm sure you've been through there before.
yeah.
So, you know, at the end of the day, when I seen certain guys from my city on your page, like Kasim, he liked your page. I don't know if you know Kas, but and then Kev, the number one host that left, he said y'all went to school together. And I'm like, there's no way she's from Trenton. Like, she just don't give
said
me
that,
Trenton
but
vibes.
I don't
bro.
even know
I don't
what
know
that
why.
means.
Tell, yeah,
I
tell,
meet so
yes,
many
Trenton
men
vibes.
say
clarify.
that.
I'm gonna say
Trenton
this.
vibes.
Most girls that I know from Trenton, like they are very, I'm gonna say like more.
Be careful what you say.
They like
No.
opinionated. They can be a little bit like rambunctious. They can be a little bit
Oh.
more over the top. Just more strong on how they represent themselves. Like, you know it. Like, oh yeah, she from the town. You know she from the town. She
You can't-
cussing.
you
She
can't
got
be
the
classy.
do rag on. She got the
Oh,
doobie
you know
on.
what?
She from the town.
Nah, that's not.
But
right.
you coming like I really thought you was from New York. I really did. But you know,
I think that a woman should be versatile. We should be many
Yes.
things. You know what I mean? So when I protect my peace, like
Right.
I always said, I never need you to be my peace, but don't disrupt mine. You know, so I'm very chill, but I can be those who know
I
me
know,
I'm
yeah. If
many
you
things.
from, you got it in it. You got it in.
Yeah.
You got it in. And usually people, the girls that's nice, quiet, and soft spoken, crazy as hell. I just
Hey,
want to let
what's
you know
your
that
sign
right now.
first? What's your sign?
Stab you in your sleep.
I'm a Scorpio.
You're a Scorpio, so you're November,
October 27th.
October.
Okay, all right, cool. So you just missed the Libra thing. Almost. All right, cool. All right, yeah, Scorpio and from the town. Yeah, you would definitely would flatten some tires if you get upset. But okay, your style of art is very eclectic. You know what I mean? To me, it's just like I'll see a purse with like cut up Jordan pieces. That, you know, that's how when I first seen it, that's how it looks. Until you step back and look at it and be like, that is kind of cool. Imagine if a girl has them same J's you got on, but you cut up a pair matching her purse. I've never seen that. So I thought that was dope. Like for,
Thank
for
you.
you know, for you to do something like that. But what boyfriend made you mad where you just practiced the art of cutting Jordans and stuff like that? Some drug dealer
he had
got
to
you
say
pissed
it.
off.
No, actually, you know, I've only had in my lifetime, I've only had 2 boyfriends, 2 relationships. You know, I don't that's not something that I easily get into.
Okay.
I mean, like having a man is dope if they understand
Right.
and understand you, but
Right.
for the most part, I could do this, but I could be by myself.
I know that's right. By myself.
But yeah, not like no guy.
A lot of batteries. I can see you hitting the Dollar Tree, getting a lot of batteries.
no,
right?
no, not at all. I don't do that either.
Oh, you don't? Okay. So, let's see like
real?
this. No,
I
no.
don't.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
Is it a religious thing where you just like,
Nah, I believe that with anything that I do, for instance, I put out a lot of art because
Right.
I have an addictive behavior. So
Right.
once I'm addicted to something, I want it all the time.
Right,
I want to do
right,
it all
right,
the
You
right.
time.
just gave him the green
No. It's okay. I'm not even.
No,
I'm
so-
listening. I'm listening
so,
as a student right now.
So, I take that same approach. Like, I don't want to be distracted. I'm very focused, and I
Right.
want to take that extra energy, whatever I have, and just pour it back into my craft.
Okay. So, staying on the relationships, and I'm only asking the questions because you said you've been in 2 relationships. There's guys that watch you that are on your Instagram that may want to know, like, okay, is there a strict criteria of man that you look for? Like, how can you just be 20 something, 30 something?
Wait, how old are you first?
No, she don't
Older,
put,
no.
not gonna
Oh,
put her
okay.
age out there. That's
okay.
why I
Oh,
stayed in the
okay,
range. I'm
okay,
smart.
my
Never
bad.
that,
All right,
never to
all
ask.
right.
But just to only have 2 relationships,
Mhm.
that means that your either your criteria is really tight, or you're just looking at it like, there's something higher than that need for companionship. I have something else that I tap into where I don't need that.
No, I think relationships are beautiful
Right.
when they work.
Okay.
But I wouldn't say that I have like a high criteria, but I will say that I'm selective. I believe
Right.
in chemistry and connection, and
Right.
not everybody has both. We can
Right.
connect on similar like things that we have in general, but chemistry, you walk into the room and I'm electrified.
Right.
And
right.
that's not something that I've felt like, am
You've
I
seen it
am
a
I
while.
recently that I've been fortunate enough to experience. But it all comes down to timing. When it's my
Right.
time, it's gonna happen. So what I
Right.
mean?
You're not rushing it.
I'm not rushing it
Okay,
at
all
all.
right, cool. You hear that, guys? Get off the Instagram. It's not.
No, stay on the Instagram.
Oh, stay on the Instagram?
Because my future could be out
Yeah,
there.
yeah,
Like,
yeah. All right, okay.
He just
all right,
went
cool.
from
like,
like,
my future could be out.
I'm
There's
careful.
hope, guys. There's hope.
I'm careful. I'm selective to like. All right, she's
There's
not
hope.
interested.
There's hope. All right, cool. So at the end, hey, look, Big Ooh is on here. He said, I guess when I was describing the women from Trenton, he said, "Now watch it." Like you
Right.
said.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
But
you know,
I was very politically correct, and I said rambunctious.
he wanted to say
Nah.
ratchet.
I would never
hood,
say
like,
ratchet because my mama's from Trenton, so I'm never gonna say
and my
nobody's
parents
ratchet.
are from Trenton.
You know what I mean? So I love Trenton. I'm just saying, like, hey, ooh, we from Roger Gardens. You know what we know. You heard? All right. So anyway, all right. So is it hard being a woman in a competitive art industry, music industry? Like, how hard is it for you? Because I think you got the cheat code,
What's that?
and I say that because think
oh, I
about
need
this.
to- yeah, we need to elaborate on that.
We need the cheat
Yeah.
code in this business is image.
Okay.
Some women can walk through the door can be hella talented, but they don't have the image. Image can get you in a door that talent can't get you into a door. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Like, you look the part. So if you was to say right now, like, oh, I have my setbacks, people don't do this, people would be like, well, anybody would take your call. Anybody would take, look at your picture and want to do business. Like, what are your barriers to success in this industry?
Man, at the end of the day, I don't really look at it like, male, female, especially when I first came in the game.
Right.
As a sneaker customizer, it was a lot of men. You know what I mean?
That's what I mean.
My thing is, I just wanted to do things my way. So when I first
Okay.
stepped on the scene, I was wearing cutoff shirts. Like,
Right.
I was going to do it my way. And I know a lot of other people was like, wow, she's doing the most right now.
Right.
But I've been doing
But you
I've
knew
been-
what you was like, listen,
I
I'm gonna
mean,
get what I got.
I mean, now I'm comfortable in my own skin. You know how
Right.
many women search all their lives trying to find themselves instead of creating who they want to be?
Right.
So I go out there like, listen, yeah, he's hot, but I'm fire. Like, you
Right.
know what I mean? Like, don't knock what I do, because there's a fine line between beauty and beast, and I walk it. So, yeah.
Okay. So do you have any barriers to success? Do you have any issues of trying to get in that art gallery or,
I would say with sometimes, because I'm so chill, like they have this expectation of what certain women are supposed to be doing.
Right.
Like I'm not going to sweat you. You know what I mean?
Right,
I'm not
right.
going to convince you to like what I do. But I do understand that I've been tapping in more to connecting with individuals, following up even more,
Okay.
steering them towards my work, letting them understand that what I do is art nonetheless. I may
Right.
use sneakers, but sneakers are just my muse. Like,
right.
it's
That's
art.
just your way in.
Yeah.
Like your business card.
Right.
Okay. All right.
And basically, he's saying like, because you're attractive, like you automatically get in the door.
I shut it down. Like if people want to get me in the door, because I'm attractive to the eye. Beauty is in the eye of the beholder. So how you
true.
perceive me could be beautiful, but I could be ugly inside. So I'm saying, so I let my inside speak for my outside.
But the unfortunate part is that's just how it is. Like
It is how it is.
being a woman,
I'm
a
listening.
lot of times that's where we're judged on. Like,
Yeah.
oh, okay,
I don't mind.
I want her here.
It comes with the territory, you know. I mean,
Yeah.
I like how I look, so it's like, listen, if they like it too, bonus.
Right.
So have you ever designed any pieces for like celebrities?
When I first started, I won't name them, but when I first started out, you know, yeah, I did like customs and stuff like that. Now I'm really trying to tap back into that even
Yeah.
more, you know, because all it really takes is for the right person
Mm-hmm.
to get your work for it
Right.
to go to a whole nother level, and that's what I aspire to do right now. So I'm gonna
Okay.
make it happen.
All right. So if what is your end all goal for this art?
Hmm.
Like, you know, like what is your like 5-year plan where you see yourself where it's like, I'm doing this to get here. I'm doing this to get somewhere. Like,
Oh,
what is it?
It's never about the destination. It's always about the journey first and foremost.
All right.
So I don't really look at it like 5 years because plans change. But yes, I want my own exhibitions.
Right.
Yes, I want sponsorship by the sneakers that I cut up. I'm cutting up Jordans and Nikes. You know how much easier it would be if they just sent me those sneakers
Right.
straight from headquarters. You know what I mean?
Right.
So that's definitely something that I'm
That's a
aspiring
good idea.
towards.
So how about you go on your Instagram and ask people like, hey, if you got old Jordans that you don't want, send them, or you worried about
we
COVID?
already we already do that.
Okay.
Like that's how actually I'm able to fund projects like the FlyKicks care bags.
Right.
Because when they send me these sneakers that they're donated to me and I sell that art, I take 100% of the profits and I pour it into the care bags.
Right. Okay.
You know what I mean? So a lot of people been, you know, they'll send me brand new stuff. I mean, like I got Taxi, Gammas, Jordans that's only been worn once, sitting on the shelf.
Crazy.
So yeah.
That's
I get it.
Okay. All right. So this is the segment of the show that we call Question of the Day. I got a good one for y'all.
Okay.
Oh,
I want to know, you know what I mean, because I got tore up in my inbox on the last show. Remember I said there was a female that reached out to say, Graham, you got to ask more women-related questions.
right.
All right. So I received an email from a lady named Sydney Barrington. Sydney is from Philadelphia, and she is in a real tough spot right now. I don't know if you ever been in a spot like this, because I don't think, maybe you have, but I don't think you have, because you don't have
Judging.
children, right?
No.
All right, okay. So Sydney she has a fiance. She has 2 kids. Recently graduated from college, passed the bar exam, blah, blah, blah. She wants to be an attorney. So she applied for one of the top firms in the area, and she got an email saying, we're trying to hire you. We love your work. We love what you bring to the table, what your resume is. We want to interview. Problem is, Sydney gets to the interview. Some 6'2", handsome, bald guy with an Armani suit walks out, and he is the owner of the firm. Not to mention, Sydney is very in shape. She's beautiful. 2 kids. Doesn't look like she has any kids. There's an instant attraction, but Sydney remains professional. Right?
Okay.
Let that marinate.
As you should. Mm-hmm.
She remains professional.
Okay.
How you doing? Shake his hand, eye contact. You know, she got the suit dress on. You know how y'all wear the dress with the suit jacket?
Suit dress on.
Yeah, the suit dress. That's what she wore.
Okay.
Hair up in the bun. She's good. You feel me? So the guy, Ronald, who is the owner of this firm, he can't seem to take his eyes off of Sydney. He doesn't even look at her resume in front of him. He tells her she's hired. She's ecstatic, like, hey, are you going to read my resume? He said, I already know you passed the bar. My associates told me that you have what we're looking for.
Mm-hmm.
We're just ready to start and bring you on as a partner right away. So the catch to it is, like I told you before, engaged, 2 kids, new house, right?
Okay.
He says, part of our welcoming packet is that we're all going on a trip to St. Kitts, but we're leaving in 1 week. All the lawyers for the firm.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
She says, oh my God, that sounds like an awesome idea, but I just bought a house. I have a new fiance. I couldn't travel right now. He said, it's mandatory. This is part of what we do. Fast forward.
Where's this firm at?
She gets, look at you. That's a shame. Listen,
No, I'm listening.
fast forward. She goes to her husband. Can you believe they're trying to take me to St. Kitts to welcome me on? He thinks he's naive. He thinks it's a great idea. He doesn't know.
Oh, honey,
she
go
left
ahead.
out the fact that Ron looks like Idris Elba. She left that out.
Jesus.
She left that out. You feel me? So at the same time, the husband gives her blessings. He said, I got the kids. Go get that money. You've worked hard for it. He's awesome, right? Week comes by. She's packed, ready to go to St. Kitts. When she gets to St. Kitts, Ron has a double suite connected to hers. Double suite. Meaning, like, you know, you can go through that one
Connected
door.
suites,
She
mhm.
right there. So later in the trip, Ron didn't bust his move right away.
But there was everybody else. Was on
Everybody's there,
okay.
so they have no idea. This looks innocent to have for Ron to book his suite right next to hers. Nobody thinks because there's a door that locks, and they're not thinking that Ron wants to hook up.
Dirty.
The night before they were to go to fly back, he asked her to join her for drinks in his room. She said, okay, no problem. She thinks it's harmless. He hasn't bust his move all week.
Okay.
So he basically just let her
Setting
feel
her up.
as if, like, I'm just the nice guy.
Sound like
Boom.
Christian Grey.
Yeah.
Right. They get in the room. Ron decides this is where he's going to bust his move at. And he goes in for a kiss after a few drinks. She stops him. You know, I'm engaged to be married. I can't do this. Ron says, don't throw this opportunity away. He meant everything.
Mm-hmm.
What do you say to that? If he said that in that setting, she's faced with a very hard decision. Do I turn down the top firm in the country that she wanted, the boss? Do I turn down his request and go home, you know, an honest woman with no job? Or I'm in St. Kitts, and what happens in St. Kitts stays in St. Kitts.
That phone will be out on record, and I would say it again, and I'm gonna capture that.
Oh, so you
'Cause
gonna set
I'm gonna
him
use
up?
that
And
against
you
him.
gonna
Like, first of all, you don't sell yourself. If that's something that she wanted to do, then
Right.
you know, whatever. But that's not gonna stay there. It's gonna continue, and
Okay.
like nobody is gonna hold something over my head
right?
so I can get where I like. Fuck,
Do you
can
think
you
it
say
happens
that?
though? Do you think
Oh,
it
all the
happens in
time.
world? Okay, all the time. Long as you know that this scenario is not far fetched.
Yeah.
What are you thinking?
You know, I take the same stance as you. However, I also believe that as women, we know what we will and won't do.
Right. There we
Like,
go.
like if you know a guy's at
Talk
a party,
to
if you
him.
know a guy's at a party and you feeling him and you got a man, you might tell yourself, "Listen, I ain't gonna even go to that party because if I see him,
Right.
it's
might
a
go
wrap."
down.
So you stay at the crib.
Right.
So I think she knew well. She knew very well that
What can
that
happen?
would happen, and she knows very well that she's gonna go along with it.
Right.
But she got to also accept the fact that it's not gonna happen just one time.
Right.
Yeah, it's gonna continue.
It's going to continue to happen. So
Right.
unless she set it up in a way where she can get to that point where I'm gonna set it all up, videotape him, like, you know, and reiterate everything that already happened.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, she knew she was going there and what she was going to do.
Okay. All right, so if you in the comments, please, and you heard that long drawn out story, but you heard it and you want to answer it, please, do women sleep with men to get to the top, or do men sleep with women to get to the top? I want you guys to answer that question because it happens every day, even though it seems taboo.
They both do.
Answer
Yeah.
that question. All right, cool. All right,
Would
so
you wait? Hold on.
what's my
Would
take?
you? Yeah. What about you? Would you ever do that?
You mean sleep?
Would you be?
You asking me,
Ron?
will I sleep to get to the top?
No,
Are
no,
you
no,
kidding?
no.
What?
No. Would
That's like Nicki Minaj saying, you want a
Damn.
record deal? You got to hit this.
no.
Nikki, give me your hotel room. I'm on my way.
No. Would you
What?
be the Ron? Would you be the Ron?
I'm not going to admit that on camera and look like a creep across the world. No.
But it's
I
not
think-
Better
safe.
not lie.
No, listen. I'm going to tell you. I wouldn't be Ron like that. I think Ron should have gave her an option to want him. You know what I'm saying? So it's consensual.
Yeah.
But to hang the job like a stake over
That's
her head,
not
Yeah.
cool.
I think that's the coward part. I wouldn't have did it like that.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, like you said, she could be filming, and
Yeah,
then
it's a
now
lot of
not
things.
only will she get her job, but she can get a lawsuit.
I'm going to take your whole.
Yeah. Listen.
take
Yeah.
it out.
Right. So now I'm not coming that way. I'm not.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, it died. Okay, don't worry about it. I'm not coming that way. I'm coming more like I'm going to give the woman an opportunity to fall in love with me
Yeah,
or
it
like
should always
me.
be a choice.
That's
I mean,
what I'm
like,
saying.
it should always
Like-
be a
Yeah,
choice.
because I have daughters too, so I never want to stand on. You want this, you got to
Mhm.
do this. I never stand on that. But I want to give y'all these type of scenarios because think about it. In this industry that we're in, entertainment, period, you know, to go through certain doors, there are certain things that people put on you
Oh yeah.
in order to get through that door.
Mm-hmm.
Now, you may not realize that they're putting that on you, like, yo, you want this, but you got to do this.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You might be like, damn, why he asked me out to dinner and a movie, and all we supposed to be doing is
No.
I feel like that comes
Some
with
I used to
research.
shut it down. No.
Right. I feel like
Right.
that comes with growth and being naive.
Yeah,
You know,
it does.
like I'm a strong woman. I don't need you to like.
Right.
I'm good. All right. I'm
Right.
cool.
Yeah.
But some guys mix.
Yeah, it's
signals.
true. Yeah, yeah.
Mhm.
I mean,
The signals get
but
mixed.
women do it as well. You see
Right.
what I'm saying?
Right.
Like if we let a guy feel like it's an opportunity, he gonna keep on playing.
Okay. All right. So to switch gears, how has COVID-19 affected your business?
In a sadly, it's
Right.
helped me just kind of connect with everybody. Like
Right,
the
right.
love has been crazy.
Right.
Like, like I respond to every DM, and sometimes they're crazy, but I respond to every DM, every comment, and it's fun. Like, but people can understand me as an artist and as as DEZ, because remember, this may be their first time that they're meeting me,
Right.
or have they ever seen my style of work. So first impression is definitely everything.
So I wanted to just touch. You said so. You are single.
Yeah.
No kids.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
No entanglements?
But-
No.
That counts too.
No entanglements. Like there
She
is
can't
not.
have side jobs?
Listen, it's not men out there that think they with me and I'm not with
Okay,
them.
all right,
Like
cool.
so none
All right,
of
cool.
that.
That's
But I'm single by choice. But I know it's some awesome and
Yeah.
amazing. I just need one
So
dope one.
stop it, Des.
You get
The inbox has to be crazy right now.
Like no, not like usually guys are not. I give it to my fellas. Like they're very respectable, very
Yeah.
dope. You see what I'm saying? I'm not saying that I don't project certain things, but you
Yeah.
know, I take my pictures for me. Like
Right.
when I look back at my picture, I want to be like, damn, like Des,
That's
you did
hot,
that.
that's hot,
Like.
yeah. But I mean, are they in there saying, listen, I'm trying to
It's always like,
holla
I
at
can't
me.
believe you don't have a man. Like, bro, like you don't
get
have,
drool
like you
marks
don't
or
have
tongues.
standards. Like,
Yeah.
I don't
think it's that. I'm gonna tell you when we say that as guys, it's be like, yo, you too fine not to have
Yeah, but it's
somebody on your
fine.
bumper.
fine does not
To us, it
equate
does.
But
with a
you
good
remember
woman.
you said you could be fine and crazy. Like you
That's true.
Or find it
Crazy is
ugly.
in now, though. I just want to let y'all know, crazy is back.
Like,
To
you
stay.
ever date somebody
like, he
that
like it.
Crazy is back. We
I
love
know.
crazy.
because you from
We be
China.
like this. You ain't gonna believe she bust my windows. I love that girl. I love that girl. She love me too.
But have you ever dated somebody who is so beautiful, but then it's like they're just like this? They don't bring anything to the table, and
That's
then
true.
it's like they're not attractive anymore.
Bring anything to the table, meaning what? Like they don't have personality. They don't got no money. Like what are you talking about?
We
Because-
know that they bring sex to the table.
All right, that's
Yeah.
different. Guys seek beauty. You guys seek security.
Nah, I'm not. To be honest
Wow.
with you,
Yeah.
women always be
beauty.
like, I'm sorry. Oh,
Yeah.
he has a nice personality. First of all,
That
when
he
you
does.
first walk into the room, the first thing I see is what you look like.
That's true.
I mean, like, yeah,
So that's
granted,
the first thing I'm attracted to.
yeah. So it's the first.
Yeah.
So people be like your personality. I have no idea
That's
what your
right.
personality
Yeah.
is like.
And that goes to show that Des put it out there because y'all women talking about something. Get to know him. He got a nice personality. That's a lie. We see physical
Yeah, he's
first.
handsome.
But I
to
believe
her.
in organic connection.
Oh,
so
hell
like she
yeah.
said,
Yeah.
chemistry. Like if you're vibing with someone who's not that good looking, but
Right.
something
Yeah.
about them is just
Mhm.
like their energy
Right.
exudes.
You sound like you date a couple ugly niggas in your day. Yeah. That's what that, you gave me ugly nigga vibes. Like you've dated some in your day. Have you?
But they were fine to her.
No.
Remember that? Like they might have been attracted
No.
to her.
Never.
Because they say some dudes that are hurt, like missing teeth or whatever, they sometimes the best lovers. From
But
I
yeah,
heard
they
females
could
say
get his
that.
teeth fixed. If he really,
Yeah,
if
I'm
they-
talking about like that front one is gone. Like, you know what I mean? But you like this. He's
Yeah,
still
so
cute.
I ne-
He kind of look like Nas a little bit with the chip tooth, but it's gone.
I need you to work on that. Okay.
all right. So you would date a guy with
No,
a missing
all right.
tooth if he still like had a nice little shape on him and he do his thing in the bedroom?
Well, one. Why am I dating somebody with a missing tooth?
He just
You
came
should-
home from prison. He got in a fight.
Why am I dating somebody who just came home from prison?
You
Yeah.
like thugs. Stop it, man. You know what?
No,
I can't
here-
stop. This is you better
Yeah,
not
you
like.
can't
You
say that.
dated
Because
somebody that got a record.
Sadly, it's some
Yes, I
great,
have,
it's some
and
good
I'm okay
men.
with that.
It's some good men in jail. And let me
That's
tell you, and
right.
I come from my father has that background where he was
Right.
like in and out. But even me and my pops had a conversation like, listen, Des, I know why it's probably hard for you to find a man because the good ones like are kind of like
Are
in
in
jail.
jail.
Because
That's what he said?
A man's job is to provide and protect. And when I mean provide, I don't necessarily mean monetary. And
Right.
men are losing that sense of giving you a sense of security. You see what I'm
Okay.
saying? Like, I got your front, you got my back. You see what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
some men out there are a little on the soft side, but just
Right.
some.
So I'm
Okay.
not saying like if they're from home from jail, like like I'm not going to date you because you're home from jail. I don't care. Like everybody has a
Right.
story in the
Mhm.
past,
Right.
but you gotta have a dental plan.
I hear that.
Man.
Yo,
Sometimes y'all like that missing tooth. Think about it.
Like I don't need perfection at all.
Nah. I can't think.
Then the
Think
whole
about
front will be missing. No.
Look, she said over.
Anyway.
All right, okay, so I was on your IG the other day, right? And you had like a little, kind of like you just filmed yourself talking and you were talking about grants.
Yeah.
So you were saying like, people always, and people do say this all the time, there's free money out there. I'm an entrepreneur. I got a LLC. And when I go online and I look for these grants, I'm like, they talking about something, you got to have one leg, live in a shelter. I don't meet the criteria. So what you said was true. You said there's difficulty finding grants for artists like you. And people don't point you in the right direction. So speak to that.
I mean, it's not, I don't expect it to be anyone's job.
Right.
But if you're going to make suggestions that
Right.
is out there, at least send me a link.
Right.
Des, I came across this. When I like yesterday, I spent like quite a few hours looking at grants and stuff like that. And I started looking at the criteria and like, where does my art fit in?
Right.
So I have to really think of like creative ways where it fits in. Like,
Right.
okay, I am cutting, so maybe this is collage.
Right,
Like,
right,
So
right.
listen,
That's
because
the
it's like a
truth, though.
resume. Like you put certain words, you got to spice it up.
That's true.
So I'm like, maybe it's just up to me to really educate myself a little bit more.
That is true, and that's why it's important to collab with other people.
Yeah, I
so
agree.
a lot of times people don't want to do stuff with other people, but
Mhm.
when say you don't have like your LLC or whatever, and you need somebody else's or like a 501c3,
Right.
you don't have that. You got to collab with somebody else.
And that's very smart. I'm happy that you even brought that up. I mean,
Yeah.
sometimes a lot of times you just really got to think outside the box.
Right.
So I've been taking the initiative yesterday to really do that. I actually did fill out one of the grants.
Okay.
And I know that it'll all fall in place. I trust that process.
Right.
So,
Any COVID grants for artists, because I'm sure you have an LLC, right? Or some type of.
it's definitely something I'm looking into.
working
Like,
into,
yeah.
okay,
Mhm.
all right.
Yeah, even reaching out to like the school, like a local school, and
Right.
talking to like an art teacher, something like that.
And reaching out to just different business owners because
Yeah.
a lot of people love artists and they want to kind of stand beside something
true.
behind something or beside something that just has a purpose. So
Okay.
So question:
Uh-huh.
how can your fans get like a custom design? How long does that take? And then how much does it cost?
Of course, price always depends on the complexity
Mhm.
of the work. But a lot of people reach out to me. They might have an idea that they want customized, and I got to figure out how to make it make sense in
Right.
in sneakers. Truthfully, if you look at a lot of my work, it is Nikes and Jordans.
Right.
That is a
Which I
sneaker.
love.
That is
Which I
sneakers, the
love.
brand that moves me. It stems,
Yeah.
like I said, from my childhood. But if a person were to come to me and say, I love this sneaker, and can you use this in a piece? I'm sure we can really figure it out. So the prices really depends on that, But
Can you give
No.
like a range? Okay, so say if you're doing like a purse,
like I
right?
have work now on my website that ranges from as low as $50 to as high as $2,500. And even my fellow artists would say, yo, Des, that's mad
Okay.
low. Like,
Right.
you know what I mean? Like, you set your own price. I mean, when Basquiat first started, it was the first highest piece was 200. Now we talking millions.
Mhm.
So,
Right.
I know that's right.
Yeah. So you haven't currently sold anything right now during COVID. or have you?
I've sold the most I've ever sold in my entire career
Wow.
being Fly Kicks.
Wow. Wow. That's dope.
So,
That's dope.
yeah.
All right. Okay. All right. So, smoke time.
okay.
You know what I mean? Who is currently in Dez's playlist right now?
Okay, so I was thinking about that this morning. I was like, yo,
Yeah.
Grandmaster Man.
You know I'm
question.
gonna ask you.
But to be honest with you, like it's varies with me. Like I
Okay.
start my mornings, a lot of my mornings with Ace Hood.
Oh,
because
we're
I
taking
do-
it back to Ace.
Yeah, like so. I mean, like
Okay.
yeah, like even like Mr. Hood, a lot of his old stuff as well.
Right.
Because it's very motivational. I feel like it speaks to me about
Yeah.
like law of attraction and stuff like that,
Right.
and it really definitely gets me motivated.
Okay.
And then I can slowly drift off to listen to something like a Mozart or listen to something like a Beethoven, like
Right.
piano sonata. So it varies. So definitely
Top
me. Nah, we're not gonna do that.
Not gonna do that?
Nah.
No Tupac, no Biggie.
I'm
Like when you
very-
leave here,
I'm
what's it gonna be?
It just really depends on what my mood is there. So it could be a lot of Queenbridge, music. It could
Okay.
be like some CNN. It could be some Nas,
Okay.
Could be Meek. Like it just
Yeah, right.
kinda, Or it could be like smooth R&B. Like I'm feeling sexy. Like
Right,
yo,
yeah.
so Des, you about to get to the studio,
Right.
change your clothes.
Right,
You know what I mean?
right.
Trying to feel sexy.
So it depends. So you
Yeah.
you hip hop, but you're not straight rap all day.
Not straight rap all day. I think
Right.
that because think about when I'm taking some of them pictures. It's like yo, I want to
Yeah.
feel extra sexy.
Right,
like,
right. Any Drake?
Oh, A lot of
Definitely
Drake.
Drake.
I like
You give me
Drake.
light
But
skin
I was like,
vibes.
no, I
You
was
do. Give
listening
me
to
light
Drake,
skin
you know,
vibes.
back when
She do. She
like
give me light skin
October's
vibes.
very own. Because when I was living in Seattle, around that area, you know, going to like Canada back and forth,
Right.
he was very hot.
Right.
You know, before he really made his way out here where people really knew him. So I was
Right.
listening to Drake for a little minute now.
Okay. All right,
I know
that's
y'all
cool.
love
Light-skin
Drake. I know y'all love
So-
Drake.
Yeah, we love Drake, but I'm gonna tell you, at the end of the day, though, you know, I at least wanted to get a 5 out of you. Whether it's if you can't give me rap, give me R&B. Top 5 R&B artists.
Yeah, I can't even say top 5 musically. I listen to a lot of stuff, so I'll probably listen to some like, I'll listen to like some Summer Walker. I'll listen
Right.
to her.
Okay.
I'll listen to Janae. You know,
No Aaliyah, because you jacked her whole style.
You know,
You
it's-
ain't listen to Aaliyah?
Ah,
you know what's so funny? When I get in
Right.
those modes, I'll listen to Aaliyah. I also
Right.
listen to like some old school Bad Boys, some Total, like getting
you
enamored
done
where I
took it,
know all the
yeah.
words
Oh yeah,
to the
total.
music.
You
know
talking
what I
like an old one tonight. Total.
kissing
all right,
you.
that's what's up.
Okay.
All right, that's what's up. Okay. Well, I tried. The streets wanted to know if you had a hip hop side. You know, you had a top 5. If you listening to some A Boogie, some TJ, some CJ, you know, any of them type of guys. You don't like Whoopty?
I mean, I listen to a variety of different music,
Right.
but you know, I know what I know.
She's an artist.
But
She's
I always
gonna
say,
do
listen,
that.
if you could put me on, slide
Right.
in my DM, put me on, because I'm
Right.
always looking forward to listening to some dope music that I could pay to. So
Okay, all right, that's dope. Okay.
do that.
This is the segment of the show where we ask Dez 10 funny questions. Now, you know we at the You Better Not Lie, and if she lie, we gonna grind Dez up. We don't care if she's
No.
giving us Ewing vibes, Hamilton, Steiner
Don't do
vibes.
that. Don't do that.
Even though she's from Wilbur section,
Yeah.
we're not gonna be nice. We're gonna be mean if she lies, because we're at the You Better Not Lie.
Give it to
This is
me.
what we do. You heard? 10 funny questions. You ready?
Okay.
What's a wild body count for a woman?
Honestly, I think that a woman should be able to do whatever she want with her body.
Dez, don't give me this.
No, wait, let me
Nelson
finish, let me finish.
Mandela. Della,
No, it's the
I don't want to
truth.
hear that.
Listen, like, people always like, I hear some men be like,
Right.
yo, she know certain women are hoe.
Right.
That's because you only know her business. A good man is not going to run and tell your business. You see
That's
what I'm saying?
true.
So you might do a whole bunch of things, but a good man is content enough. Like, listen, if I want her to come back and give me some more,
Right.
I bet not tell
I'm
her
adopting
business.
her.
Right.
I'm
So I'm
adopting
saying,
her.
I'm
You
like,
my sister, girl.
Like, do what you want. Do what you want. As
That
long
was a
as you
good
co-
answer, though. Good answer. You
What
took
you
me
want?
back to, you tried to take me to Coretta Scott King on there, but it's cool. I'm going to bring you right back. Have you ever had to poop on a romantic date?
Oh, that's horrible.
I'm talking about you in them nice heels, you in that little mini skirt, and you like,
Yo,
you hear that stomach go like this.
She was nervous.
First of all, that should be horrible. like, yo, drop me off at the crib, please.
That's what you
Or
tell
have-
them?
No,
Or,
seriously.
or has a fart.
No,
like,
it hasn't happened to me.
It has,
So, no,
okay.
But you know what I mean? I would hope that if you're going on a romantic date with somebody, you comfortable enough to be like, yo, we gotta wrap this up. We gotta go.
Right. So how do you walk out of there with them heels and that tight mini skirt with?
we know how to fake a lot of
Y'all
things.
know how to
so we
fake?
just-
Okay, stay right there. Stay right there. You're in trouble right now. All right, cool.
Oh no.
All right, drug dealer or working man?
Mm.
What would you prefer?
Listen.
And remember, the drug dealer has lots of cash. y'all.
No, I mean, money ain't a thing. Like, you know, I got a pop that got money. If
Okay,
it
all
came
right,
down
let's
to
get it,
money.
let's
But
get it.
a good man nonetheless. I mean, he could be a reformed drug dealer.
Right.
But I'm a very private person, so don't
Right.
bring that heat around me. What you
Right.
do is what you do, but we got to be able to comfortably roam the streets
Right.
without having to check our backs and all that stuff. So I mean, like, you know what I
So
mean,
you're going with the working guys?
no, he could be if he a drug dealer. Like I said, sometimes these drug dealers these days are not as smart. Like you
Right,
gotta have
right.
you gotta have some ambition. Like, what are we doing this for?
Right.
Like some purpose. We
Okay.
just be selling.
All right,
to
that's a good
sell.
one. Have you ever faked the orgasm? Talk to the streets, Des. Don't you sit up here. No, Coretta Scott King
No,
answer.
real shit.
Well, I like butterflies.
Nah,
and, you
nah,
know,
nah,
and
nah.
I just pray.
I mean, none of that.
I
No,
want real
I
stuff.
have not. I have not. But
Never.
if a nigga was whacking bad, excuse my language, but I wouldn't be hitting him up. Like,
Okay,
it's
so
not
you
gonna
never
happen.
faked
Like,
one?
No, I have not. I'm not even a good liar, to be honest with
Okay,
you.
all right, cool.
So it's one of those things we got to have a conversation.
Stay right there. Jay Santiago.
She has.
Have you ever faked an orgasm? Let's talk. You have. Give me the face.
Let her do
The
the face.
face.
The
Oh.
face you made when he thought that, he hit your number.
Well, maybe the face I made was afterwards like, what kind of bullshit?
But
is
during.
this?
But I'm talking about during. You can't do the face.
I don't know. I'm not in that moment right now.
Yeah, I haven't had to lie.
Late guys.
You said the face. You didn't say the
I
noise.
want to see the
no.
face. Oh yeah, give me the voice.
Oh,
Give
yeah,
me a little.
No, we're good.
Oh,
But
okay,
I will
cool.
say though, I just hope that men learn to take a little bit more constructive criticism.
That's
We
true.
not knocking what you're doing. We're just saying like, listen, we know our bodies. This is a
Right.
way that you can be a little bit better. Like if you want me to be as good as you are to me, like look, let's have
Yeah.
And
a
I'm all
conversation.
for men for us learning, because that's our problem. Pride to make us like, what you mean? What you
Yeah.
mean? You feel me? If you listen to a woman and she tells you this is what I like, opposed to I don't like it like this. I
Right.
think that if we listen, we can do a lot better in the bedroom.
The worst thing is like when somebody hypes you all up, and then it's like, well, when is it going to get started?
Right.
Like,
You had some bad experiences.
Right,
in your
you
day,
see
man.
that?
I'm
I'm
gonna pray
like,
for you.
no,
I'm gonna
I'm
pray
like,
for you. Yeah, stay out. I'm gonna tell you,
Damn.
stop going to the old where the old guys hang out. Okay, come hang with the 30 and up, not 60.
You done?
You know what I mean? I'm
You
messing
done?
with you. I'm messing with you. All right, cool. All right. The craziest thing you did to an ex? Slash tires.
Nah, he was. Well, you know, I've been in things with my exes on good terms. But I remember back in the day, like when I was
Right.
young, this guy that I liked, I was in high school, early high school.
Okay.
He let me hold his Magic jersey, and he said something wild on the phone one day, and I was like, oh, he don't know how I'm built, so I'm gonna show him. So I went to school. I cut up his jersey, made some jersey jeans, and I was one of the first people in school to wear some jersey jeans.
I knew it.
Thank you to
Tap
him.
into
He
creative
inspired my
mindset.
creativity.
I know
Like,
it.
yes.
I know it.
Like-
You see?
Sometimes it be like
I'm just
that.
saying.
I told you it was a drug dealer earlier that inspired her to cut up
No, he
stuff.
wasn't a drug dealer. I mean, we
He
15.
sold weed in
No,
out East
15.
Trenton. Yes, he did. That makes him a drug dealer. He had about 10 bags
did
on him.
not.
That is the criteria for a drug dealer. 10 bags or more. You heard? All right, okay, all right. So, would you consider yourself, if you had to pick one, more Megan Thee Stallion or Cardi B?
I'm not Sally. I'm just saying neither.
Neither
I
one of
mean,
them?
I think that both of
They're almost like in the same
Listen,
kinda
I
realm,
love
so you gotta-
I love a woman that's in touch with her sexuality,
Right.
that owns it, that does it her own way.
Right.
You know what I mean? There's the same reason why some of us loved Lil' Kim, because she
Right.
did it her own way. So I say, listen, they doing what they do, but yeah, nah.
They should just have like Rihanna and
Okay. Are you more Megan than Cardi? And when I asked that question, I was trying to be PC, but I mean as far as how you get down.
Oh,
But I feel like they both get down the same.
Nah, I think Megan is a little bit more over the top than Cardi.
really? But see, as a man, you will know those things because it's
But
like
you're supposed to be
yeah,
like
yeah.
that.
I'm
I'm
like,
like, and it's
I really don't.
yeah, I
know.
don't.
You
like,
don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I really don't know as far as like how they portray
They both
themselves
portray to be
be.
nasty, but they
Right.
both portray to be
Listen,
like bosses,
I say, listen,
you know?
when
So
you
I
got
don't.
when you got a man that's your man, like you shouldn't just you can't be walking like you. I'm out.
Yeah.
I'm how I am when I'm out in the world, but when I'm home at the
Yes.
crib with my
That's
man,
what
you
do. I
gotta.
really- you know what?
got
Your
to-
I'ma
father
give him the
raised
best
you
of me,
right.
right?
You are both of you guys, because I know your story too. You have a very strong father in your life too. You know what I'm saying? And your father raised you right, because how you talk, how you answer the questions, you're not rattled. You guys answer things clear, concise, to the point, and you don't wave on the fence. So I contribute that to you guys having some type of positive male role model in your life. You don't let niggas trick you off with a banana in the tailpipe. I like
Nah,
that.
And it may have happened before. but
Okay.
It's like, okay.
But it ain't happening now, boo
No,
boo.
no boo boo.
You got him, right? All right. So have you ever lost a fight, or did you ever fight, period?
You know, my dad would always say you gotta know how to use your mouthpiece. You see what I'm
Right.
saying? So yeah, of course, shorties will be irate at the
Yeah.
fact, because I'm a tomboy, so I know a lot of guys. You see
Right,
me
right.
passing, they be mad that that
They
man
guys
saying
hanging
what's
on
up
to
to
you.
me.
Yeah,
Like,
right.
yeah, we talk it out. Like, listen, do we really want to do this? Like,
Right.
I mess up your face. You
Yeah,
mess
yeah.
up my
Don't mess
face.
up mine, 'cause you
Let's
still got a lot of shit
let's not
going
do
on.
that.
You know what
so
I'm
I mean,
saying?
it was a blessing. Like, like
Right.
shorties. You know what I mean? Like, I know a lot of amazing women, and you know what I mean. Even when I meet strangers, I'm like, listen, so we ain't gotta do this.
We ain't gotta
Like,
mix it up. Is it an
I'm
age
good.
limit? Is it an age limit where people should not fight? Like when you hit 40, you should never have a fight.
Nah, I mean,
No, I feel like that happens. with
sometimes people
maturity.
need their ass beat. I'm sorry, sometimes.
Damn. Trenton
Sometimes.
is coming out. I
I'm just saying.
knew
I'm
it.
just saying. Sometimes, like,
Right.
I don't see like an age crap on it.
people only do to you what you allow them to do. And if you can allow them to continue to disrespect you, they will. So sometimes you gotta be like, listen, let's do this now.
Let's get it out the way.
Yeah.
Run me my fade.
But that's like with growth. Like over the time, like maybe back in the day in high school, I would be quicker to like respond and
Right,
like
right.
drop my bag. Like, all right,
Right.
well, you know.
Right. All right, so we down to question 8. I got 2 females in the building. It's about to get real spicy. I'm gonna give you a break real quick. I'm gonna come back to you. Sleep with PJs or nothing?
T-shirt and panties.
T-shirt and pants?
Well, tank top and pants. Yeah.
Okay, all right. So you going real safe.
I mean, that's the truth.
That's the truth. Okay.
Unless
let's talk.
I'm in other
And
activities.
boring. Go ahead.
Nah, for real. It really depends. Like, you know, it depends on my mood.
depends. What
Nah,
it-
because
Go
it
ahead.
depends on my mood.
does.
But for the most part,
Let's get it.
like boy shorts.
Okay. So, but what about this theory that she has to breathe? I heard about that.
You're
You're
First of
so
all-
cute. You're so cute.
Yeah, I don't.
I was just trying to be like very
Nah,
safe.
I know a lot of women who do sleep, you know, naked, but I'm good. Like,
Yeah.
nah.
So you're not worrying. Well, I guess you are. You prepared if somebody was to go through the window. It ain't no you knocked out snoring.
They gonna have to be Spider-Man.
Oh,
They
so
gonna
you
have
watch,
Spider-Man.
you watch too much.
I watch movies. That's why I want y'all to be on
Oh.
point.
Nah, but I think about all that. No, I think about
That's what I'm trying to tell you.
But the way my place is laid out,
They can't get up
I make
there.
sure I got it covered no matter where I am.
Right.
I just
So,
felt like I
mean-
would never want to sleep without any panties on because I'd be afraid like a bug or something will crawl up in there.
Oh, for real?
I don't know. That was like a thing for like
See,
years.
now he like,
Listen.
damn, man, we need to call you an
Hold on.
exterminator.
No. I was gonna say
We worried about
this. You're out of Camden, baby. You in Cherry Hill now. Okay, come on. You're not in Camden anymore. You're not in Camden.
I just would be like, All
All right. Okay. All right. Cool.
protected.
All right. And does anyone owe you money out there?
Nah, they know better.
Oh no.
Like,
nobody-
like, no, people don't.
Right.
No, people don't come to me and ask me for money. You see what I'm saying? But I understand that if you give it, no, that you probably
you might
ain't
not
gonna
get it
Always
back.
be
get it
okay
back.
with not
Yeah,
getting it back.
Exactly.
All right. Before I get spicy with you, I'm gonna swing it over here. Last
Well, I
question
feel
of
like
the
you do
day.
this on purpose.
Last question. Yeah. I mean, so it's two females. I don't want to put the pressure on Dez. It's a small room. I don't want Dez to feel like, you know
No,
what?
no.
I'm gonna hook the
We're
shit
gonna
out of
do
him
this.
once they cut the camera.
No, favorite position.
Me? How dare you ask me a question
That's
when I
right.
designed the
That's-
question?
that's right.
No, we're not doing it. You answer first. Go ahead.
Oof.
Talk to the streets.
It really just depends on the person.
Being safe. As soon as you start off with it depends.
I knew.
It does.
Answer it like you talking to your girlfriends on a boat trip.
I don't have
Girl,
girl
you
talk.
know he
What
had
is
me
it?
doggy, and I was just
There you go. Say she answered it right.
Well, I don't have girl talk. So.
Oh, you don't have
No,
girl
I don't
talk?
have girlfriends. So I mean,
No friends.
Look.
No man. Like, what's going on?
no, I mean, like I think that women are awesome. Like, you know, I mean,
Right.
everybody is not your friend. You know, my friends become my family. You see what I'm saying? But one thing I've always learned,
Right.
I've never been comfortable with just talking about what I do in the bedroom. You see what
I
I'm
got
saying?
you.
Because it's
Got
like
you.
that's my playground. You see what I'm saying?
The
So
streets
how I
want- the
play
streets
is like,
they just want to give them a little taste.
if a nigga act right, he can learn.
he gonna get he gonna get it all.
Dez is being real safe today, guys,
No,
on
I'm
the You Better
not.
Not Lie
That's
podcast. She said, listen to this corny answer. He should get to know me and then he would find out.
No, I'm just saying. I'm not going to, like, if I'm feeling somebody, I'm going to tell them how I like it. I'm
Right,
very,
right. But you don't wanna put it out there
I'm
to the
very
world.
vocal, but yeah.
I got you. All right. Well, you could, thank you for being spicy.
Yeah, just right.
You know what I mean?
My hands are-
No, I'm messing with you. But all right,
Wait,
also.
hold up. He didn't even answer the question. You got to be willing
real-
to
that was
answer the
real.
question.
Let me see. All right, I'm not gonna lie.
See,
Female,
anytime
I
somebody
like when. Of course, men. I think men like when the female is on top. I do.
I could dig that.
I
The sense of control. Like, I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah, I
that's
like
why
that.
I do it for the sense
I
of
like
control.
that, and that's gonna be a very safe answer for me.
I
But
like
I just
that.
think there's an art
So
to
I'm
that.
going to rock with that. Like,
Yeah.
I'ma rock with
That's
that. I like
there's
that.
an art to that because watching is like what, like it's
when
for
it's
me.
dark, you
And
can't see
then-
anything. No.
Listen, we're going to have to light the candles.
Right.
You're going to see our list.
What sweat?
No, you just
Oh, yeah,
sweat,
yeah.
but- No, I'm saying you want to see it. Even in the
Yeah,
dark,
yeah,
you want to
yeah.
see it. So you
yeah,
light
yeah.
a
But
little-
I think the art of it is just beautiful
I agree.
to watch. You know what I mean? Because that's the moment where you feel like I'm gonna let you do you. I'm gonna let you do your thing. And because predominantly men are 9 out of 10 times are leading in the bedroom. So it's nice to take that back seat sometimes. That's what I mean.
I agree.
You feel me?
It's nice when a person lets you, like allows you to too. I think that some people
Right.
don't allow. It's like I'm not taking all the power. Like we both in control here, but let me
That's
have my
right, yeah,
time.
and it's
You see what I'm
always-
saying?
and-
So
Like, take the back seat right now.
That's-
boo-boo.
yeah, I'm like
Right.
that. I like that.
Yeah, do you. Just lay back and you get to just watch and
That's why I said it depends on the person. Like the
Yeah.
vibe, I feel like I'm all about vibes.
But
And if
y'all
I'm-
get lazy sometimes. Y'all don't want to go on time all the time. You know what I'm saying? But that's another
But
show.
what
That's
if-
another show.
You know what?
But this is episode 20. I'm so happy. that we made it to episode 20 on the You Better Not Lie podcast. And this episode was with my good friend, DEZ-FLYKICKZ out of Trenton, New Jersey, by way of Wilbur section.
Don't play me.
Had to put some respect on that
Right.
name. And, we had fun today. She kept it real. Jay Santiago held me down. Both of my co-hosts took a vacation day today. It's all good because if you work hard, you got to play hard.
Right.
And that's the end of the show. Make sure you follow, where can they follow you at?
Check me out on Instagram, FlyKicks, one word with a Z, and visit my website, IamFlyKicks.com.
Okay, you didn't tell. You said prices vary though, right? 'Cause
Prices vary. It could be as, like I said, it could be as low as $50, as high as $2,500. But if you got a budget, still hit me up.
show
Holla
that
at me.
love. All right, and today's sponsor was my man at Iconic Wear. We have Black Lives Matter hoodies on today. This is dope. He sponsored the last event and the one today. So shout out to my man Iconic
definitely.
with your dope apparel. If you guys want that, hit him up on Instagram. And guess what? We got 2 shows done in one day. We out of here. You Better Not Lie podcast. Gang shit. That's all we know. Shoot at me when you see me.
Just not when we're around.